It's my pleasure to be here this morning with Doug Peterson, the President and CEO of McGraw-Hill Financial. Doug, there's a couple gaps that came in this year's findings that I'd really like to get your perspective on. One, the positive gap for business over government and overall trust levels. But within business, there's a big gap between the average employee and CEOs.
So there are many factors that has increased the distrust or the questions about the government. Business, on the other hand, despite not being very high in the surveys, has improved slightly because businesses have started learning the lessons from the last few years. They're engaging with their employees, they're engaging with markets, they're investing more broadly. The discussions about the Chief Engagement Officer. Many people have started down those paths.
And with the CEO, as a CEO, I mean, the numbers must be a little bit worrying when it looks, you versus the average employee. How do you think about the role that you can play, and more importantly, how do you think about how you bring your firm along with you and all of your employees to represent the vision that you're trying to drive?
Well, the results of this survey were really excellent for somebody like me that's a new CEO to see what are the ways that CEOs are perceived, where they fit within the overall pecking order of trust and reputation. But what I found to be a very profound finding is that there's such a big gap, anywhere between 10 and 20 points around the globe between the trust of a CEO and the trust of employees. I know that many firms, if you ask the employees, well, what do you know about the company? They know about their silo, about their business, but if they're not engaged and they don't understand the purpose of your firm, the why of your firm, your vision, your mission, how you do something that's beyond just creating financial profits, you could really have some serious problems.
That's fantastic, because often when people speak about CEOs as business statesmen, they often think of the external audiences. But increasingly, business statesmanship is about bringing your full firm along, and that's exactly what you just described.
Yeah, I believe in my many years of experience that having engaged, really satisfied employees will have a virtuous cycle, because satisfied employees talk to their husbands and wives and their kids and their communities about what a great place they work for.
Now, as a senior leader in financial services, there's one question I have to ask you. Richard said that despite the gap between business and government this year, this is not a time for business to call for deregulation. How do you feel about that in financial services, given a lot of the issues that have been talked about over the past 5 years?
Well, what really the point for the banking and financial services market is there will be regulation, and what the business needs to do and the financial services industry needs to do is be at the table when the discussions are being held. The mistake that many financial services companies are making is waiting till the pie is already in the oven to start complaining about it. They need to be at the table when the ingredients are being put together. They need to be engaging with their clients, with the regulators, with the policymakers. They need to show their point of view. They need to do it in a way that's professional and engaging. You've got to build relationships, and you have to build trust all the time, in the good times and the bad times.
Thank you very much for your time on the panel and for talking to us today.